Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Solana is just breaking below these critical levels of support, while Ethereum is still struggling around this critical area of resistance, while Cardano and Polygon are both currently rejecting from these major areas of resistance. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the weekly Ethereum chart, and right now the price of ETH is still playing out a larger bull run despite any short-term pullbacks that we see along the way. So not much has changed over the last 1 day on the weekly time frame. We're still technically looking bullish, and if we're taking a look at the 3-day time frame, over the last 1 day the price is still holding above this important Fibonacci level, sitting at around 3.2k, and this was previous resistance and is currently acting as new support. And so once again, if for whatever reason we see a little bit of a pullback here, expect support at around 3.2k approximately, and just above 3.2k. And as for resistance, we still have a lot of resistance at approximately 3,500, and above that, then I'll be targeting around 3.9k to 4k as the next major area of resistance. And if we're taking a look at this daily Ethereum chart, right now the price is still running into this area of resistance, sitting in between around 34.30 to 35.60. So in that price range, expect the price to struggle in that range right there, as there's a lot of people selling Ethereum and taking profits in that price range. And so until we can finally see a confirmed breakout with candle closes above this area on the price chart, we can't really flip overly bullish again just in the short term. Once again, when we're zooming out, looking at the bigger picture, we're still in a larger bull run, but just in the short term, we're currently in a bit of a sideways price range between this resistance and this area of support. And this area of support, in case you're wondering, is sitting in between $3,000 to 30.50. But before that area of support, once again, we also have support at approximately 3.2k. And so over the last 1 to nearly 2 weeks now, the price has basically been chopping around in this sideways price range, and we can only flip much more bullish again in the short term once we can finally see a breakout above this resistance with candle closes above this resistance, because in that case, we can start targeting around 3.9k to 4k after we first confirm a breakout above this resistance. And so over the last 1 day, not a lot has changed for Ethereum. So getting straight into Solana on the 6-hour time frame, and what has just happened just recently over the last few hours, in fact, is a confirmed break to the downside below this level of support in the short term, which is sitting at around $246. This has now been confirmed with a 6-hour candle close below 246. And so obviously the rejection from the old all-time high from 260 is continuing. So like I've been saying recently on the channel, even though technically we hit a new all-time high recently, just above 260, even though we technically did that, we have not confirmed a breakout well above 260 with strong candle closes above 260. For example, right now that is still acting as resistance at $260. And now that we've broken below 246, technically speaking, that could also now become new resistance. So if we see a bit of a bounce here, expect some resistance at around 246 to 247. Previous support becoming new resistance, as we've also seen previously. And as for support, in case we continue this short-term pullback here, the next major level of support to pay attention to is sitting at around $232. And below that level, the next major area of support is sitting at around $222. And below that, we have more support at around $205. And so in the immediate short term, 232 is the support to pay attention to. And if we actually come down to that level and then bounce from that level, we're at risk of possibly forming a head and shoulders pattern. As we can see right here, we already have a possible left shoulder and a head, but right now it's still early days for that potential head and shoulders pattern. It's no way confirmed as of right now, because we'll need to actually bounce from around 232, come back up, and then reject from say 246, for example, come back down again, and then break below that support in order to actually confirm that pattern. But this is just talking about the somewhat short term. When we're zooming out, looking at the big picture on this 2-day time frame, technically speaking, we're still within a larger bull run. As we can see, we're forming higher lows on the chart and higher highs on the chart, which is technically a bullish trend despite short-term pullbacks that we see during that larger bullish trend. And so on small time frames, obviously this could look bearish, even if we see a continued pullback down towards these lower levels of support. Obviously on small time frames, that doesn't look good, but when we're zooming out, looking at the bigger picture, even if we pull all the way back down towards these lower levels of support, that will just be a pullback like this, for example, on the larger time frames before potentially continuing the larger bull run. And so it's important to understand the different perspectives between different time frames. Obviously, the short term at the moment is looking a little bit bearish, breaking below support and rejecting from resistance, but the larger trend is technically still bullish if we're looking at the higher lows and higher highs. And the next major price target to the upside after we can first break out back above these points of resistance in the short term, beyond those points, the next major price target is sitting at around $313 after we can actually confirm a breakout above 260, obviously. And so that's a potential trading opportunity that we could take once we first confirm a breakout above 260. Once again, trading a move up towards 313. And in order to get set up, ready to go to take these trading opportunities, you have to be set up on an exchange, obviously, to trade these moves. And personally, I take most of my trades over on Bybit. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link below this video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And also, if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here, which is a 500 USDT position airdrop. So basically a free $500 trade as your first trade over on Bybit, but that's only available if you use the link below this video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there's also Bitfinex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitfinex, which means if you're in the US or the UK, for example, or another country where you might not be able to access Bybit, you can access Bitfinex. So I'll also leave a link to Bitfinex below this video. And if you use that link to make your Bitfinex account, you can get up to a 5.5K deposit bonus. And only if you use that link, you can get an exclusive 10% discount on all trading fees on the Bitfinex exchange forever. But that's only available if you use the link below this video to make your Bitfinex account. So as another option out there, other than Bybit, one that you can access from the US, once again, there's Bitfinex. Links down below if you want to claim those extra bonuses. But with that being said, taking a look at Cardano, which is one of the top suggested altcoins in the comment section below these videos. And here for Cardano on the weekly time frame, right now we are rejecting from this major golden pocket area of resistance, which is sitting in between $1.12 and $1.23 approximately. And obviously, I've already been talking about this recently here on the channel. Essentially, the moment we saw a confirmed breakout above this 50% retracement level, which was sitting at around 82 cents to 83 cents, once we broke out above that level, we were expecting a move up towards this golden pocket right here. But the golden pocket is the most important Fibonacci area on the price chart, which is currently acting as strong resistance, as we've also seen previously. And so it's no surprise at all to see Cardano actually reject and struggle from this area on the price chart. So in the short term, expect the price to continue to play out a bit of a rejection and struggle around this area. But eventually, once we can actually see a confirmed breakout above that area on the price chart, then we can start targeting the 78.6% Fibonacci level, which is sitting at around $1.76. And so that could be a potential trading opportunity as well. Once we first confirm a breakout above this golden pocket, which will likely take some time, then we could potentially trade that move. For example, from the top side of the golden pocket to that next Fibonacci level, that's around a 40% pump. But once again, in the short term, as of right now, we're still struggling around this golden pocket. And if we're zooming into the shorter term on the 2-hour time frame, as I mentioned a couple of days ago now on the channel, we already hit this complete flagpole price target for this bullish continuation pattern in the short term. So as I said a couple of days ago, when the price was right around here, there is short-term risk. We're most likely going to see a bit of a pullback in the short term. And since then, since I said that a few days ago now on the channel, we've seen exactly that as expected. And so if we're taking a look at some possible points of support, looking at the Fibonacci retracement tool from this low to this high on the 2-hour time frame, we have this 38.2% Fibonacci level of support, which as of recording this video, the price is currently bouncing from, and that's sitting at around 99 cents approximately, currently acting as support. And below that, we have some more support at this 50% retracement level, sitting at around 94 cents. And below that, we have this short-term golden pocket area of support, sitting in between around 88 cents to nearly 90 cents. And if we were to break below the golden pocket, we also have this level of support at around 84 cents and more support at around 76 to 77 cents. And so those are the points of support to pay attention to, where the price is most likely going to bounce from, as we've already seen recently over the last couple of days here. And as for resistance, we're likely going to find some resistance at around $1.05 to $1.07. Around there, we do have a bit of resistance, and once again, strong resistance at that golden pocket on the weekly time frame, as I said earlier. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at the price of Polygon, because Polygon is one of the top suggested altcoins in the comment section below these videos. So taking a look at Polygon on the 3-day time frame, looking at the Fibonacci retracement tool from this swing high at around $1.30 down to this swing low at around 28.5 cents, we have the 50% retracement level sitting at approximately 60 cents to 61 cents, which is almost exactly where we've currently seen a short-term rejection from. And previously around this area on the chart, we've also found a lot of resistance, mainly in between around 57 cents to 60 cents. So in that range right there, expect a lot of resistance. The price likely going to struggle in that range in between 57 cents to 60 cents. But once we can see a confirmed breakout well above 60 to 61 cents, then in that case, we'll likely move up towards this golden pocket, where it would also likely find a lot of resistance at this golden pocket right here, sitting in between around 72 cents to 77 cents. And so that could also be a bit of a trading opportunity. Once we first confirm a breakout above around 61 cents, for example, that could possibly be around a 20% pump to the upside towards this golden pocket. And also, if we actually first see a further rejection from this area of resistance in between 57 cents to 60 cents, in that case, if we reject further from that area, we could be possibly forming a massive inverse head and shoulders pattern on the 3-day time frame, with a left shoulder right here, a head, and right now we just need to see a right shoulder actually form to confirm an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which would be a bullish pattern if it actually forms and confirms. But obviously, as of recording this video, we're still a long way from that potentially happening. So it's nothing to act on as of right now, just something to pay attention to in case we see a bit of a rejection here and then a bounce that could possibly form an inverse head and shoulders pattern. And if we're zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 2-hour time frame, we have a few signs of a possible double top, which is not fully confirmed, but a few signs pointing towards a double top here in the short term. Obviously, we have the clear double top in the price, but in order to confirm it in the price action, we need to see a break below this point right here, which is sitting at around 52 cents to 53 cents approximately. So basically, if we start seeing candle closes on the small time frames below 52 cents, then that will confirm a short-term double top, which will ultimately result in a further pullback here on the larger time frames as a likely scenario, potentially for a couple of weeks. But as of right now, we still need to actually confirm that signal to confirm the double top. But the other signs that are pointing towards a possible double top is the declining volume. We have basically a horizontal high, but declining volume, which shows less interest this time around compared to this first time around. And so due to the declining volume, that's telling us that there's less demand this time around compared to this first high, which is a sign of a potential double top. And if we're taking a look at the price oscillators, the RSI is obviously declining here, and the MACD is showing less and less bullish momentum. So ultimately, these indicators are telling us that we're slowing down a little bit here in the short term, which are signs towards a double top, but this is not fully confirmed. We need to break below around 52 cents with candle closes below that level in order to actually confirm a short-term double top, which would likely mean a bit of a pullback or at least a larger sideways consolidation. So not as much bullish price action for potentially a couple of weeks if we actually confirm this double top. But for now, we're simply just waiting for more confirmation to actually confirm that potential double top. And if we're taking a look at this 2-hour Polygon chart, looking at the Fibonacci retracement tool from this swing low at around 35 cents up to this swing high, we do have the 23.6% Fibonacci level of support sitting at approximately 54 cents. But if we break below that level on the chart, we have the 38.2% Fibonacci level of support sitting at around 49 cents to 50 cents. And below that, we have some strong support at around 46 to 47 cents. And of course, the golden pocket area of support, very strong support, sitting in between around 42 cents to 43.5 cents. And once again, if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, check out those links down below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions. And the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.